Welcome back to WagerTalk.com. I'm Marco D'Angelo. He's Matthew Holt, VP of Business Development at CG Technologies. We've talked about the contenders, we've talked about the favorites, and we've talked about the long shots. All that's left is for us to tell you who we think is going to win the Kentucky Derby. That's what we're going to do right now. Matt, I'm going to flip it over to you. Give me your top 3 or 4 horses that you have in the Derby, and if you're going to be doing tries, exactas, what do you think?
Well, I usually bet a 3-horse exacta box, a 4-horse exacta box, and a 5-horse exacta box, and then I'll try them as well. But my try is going to be Gun Runner on the top. I love the horse. I love the post position. For me, he checks every box. I love the trainer. I love the jockey. He's 2-0 with this jockey on him. The 5 position and his tactical speed, he should be able to get out. He still looks like he hasn't peaked yet. Ran 100 Beyer in his last race. Coming off a bullet work. Won his last race. To me, this horse checks every single box, and I love the post. I think he should get a clean trip with that post position. Gun Runner is who I have on top. I'm going with a long shot to finish second in Destin. Again, Destin checks a lot of the boxes for me. Same thing, won his last race. His best Beyer, can win the race. Coming off a bullet workout. Great connections, Todd Pletcher, Javier Castellano. So I'm going with the long shot in second. And I can't ignore Exaggerator to get the show money here. Is the most consistent horse in this race. 4 straight 100-plus Beyers. Run several different kind of races. I saw him, like I said, last November, run that race wire to wire with a big, bold early move, yet hold on and hold the closers off despite a crazy, insane pace up front. We saw him come from way behind in the Santa Anita Derby. So the horse is versatile enough. I like Gun Runner, Destin, and Exaggerator is my 1, 2, 3.
All right. Well, I'm going to go 4 deep for you guys here, and I'm going to go for the value. And I really think that Mohaymen, I'm going to give him a pass on that last race, the Florida Derby. If we just, take out the old magic pencil and get the eraser and scratch that one off and say it was the bad trip, say it was the mud, and it's going to be a perfect track on Saturday. The price that he's going to be compared to what he was just because of one race, there's too much value for me to pass up. If we get an honest pace, I always love to look for my big long shot. And the horse that I think really is coming into the race, I love the setup. I love the connections. We talked about Chad Brown, disciple of Bobby Frankel, one of my favorite all-time trainers, Bobby Frankel. And this is a horse, my man Sam, I think with only 4 lifetime starts has a license to really make a big jump on Saturday. The way they used him in the prep race in the Bluegrass, I love that he's coming into this race fresh. They had his races spread out this year. He's had 3 starts, gotten better in each and every start, didn't get used hard in the Bluegrass. He's going in the right direction. And then, I want to beat the favorite, but because it's the Kentucky Derby and you hear guys say, well, I'm gonna try to beat the favorite. That's fine to try to beat the favorite, but don't let the favorite beat you. Have him on your ticket, because even if he runs second or third on the ticket, there's going to be a nice payoff. Don't exclude him. I have Nyquist on there, and then for the 4th horse that I'm going to use is Exaggerator. I'll be using those 4 horses, tries, exactas, and then we'll add a lot more horses. I'll go a lot deeper for the 3rd and 4th spots on superfectas and such, because I really do feel that it is a wide open race. And for that, I know it's a big favorite, but a lot of people a lot of times will look at and say, do we have a Triple Crown winner in here? And you have the yes or no bet. We do not have a Triple Crown winner in this year's crop. I
don't agree. I agree.
Yeah, there's no dominant horse. And the horse that's coming in undefeated has serious question marks about distance. So even if he gets this one, there's going to be so many of these stone cold closers that are going to skip the Preakness
and go to the Belmont.
And go to the Belmont waiting for him, that the no, I think, is the only way to go.
And how many times have we seen that Derby and Preakness winner get swallowed up by that 1.5 mile forever long, backstretch?
And
I mean,
especially when you get a horse that comes in that skipped that middle leg and is totally fresh. We talked about it in an earlier video, but tell our listeners again, you guys got a great second chance promotion at CG this week.
We're doing a really fun promotion for the Kentucky Derby. Come in, make any $10 bet. If that ticket loses, you put the ticket in a drum, come back on Preakness Day. You don't even have to make a bet on Preakness Day. You're already in a drawing to win a prize. Free rooms, restaurants, all kinds of stuff. Just a fun way for us to say, okay, we know you lost in the Derby. Come back, watch the Preakness with us and win a great prize.
All right, good stuff. And guys, don't forget, at Wager Talk every Tuesday, it's $2 Tuesday, we offer one of our cappers and we give his best bet for just $2. It's a great way to introduce yourself to a new capper or just to the site. And guys, if you are a new client of Wager Talk, after your first purchase of $12 or more, email support at Wager Talk and I'll give you $50 to put in your account. We'll put it in your account. You can spend it any way you like. Just email us and give us your username and we'll get it in your account in 24 hours. Thanks for tuning in to the Kentucky Derby. A special thanks to Matthew Holt of CG Technologies and everybody over at CG. They're a great friend of Wager Talk and we love having them on our podcast and videos and looking forward to working with them this coming fall when we start our radio show. So big thank you to Matt and CG Technologies. Good luck. Enjoy the Derby, guys.